Hi, my name is Isabella Novack. I am in 5L. My teacher is Miss Law. My science teacher is Miss Brock. My science experiment question was, what kind of buildings were most resistant or were less damaged in an earthquake? What effect did the ground they are built on have on how well they survive the quake? These are my materials. These things are for the resonance test. These sticks and this base is to test the building on. This is one of the floors I am testing the building on. It is jello, as you can see. And this last thing with little legs is for the base isolation. Always before testing anything or moving my shake table, I need to put on my goggle, just in case something jumps. This is my shake table. Let's enjoy this project. Hi, again. Now I will show you my resonance test. Resonance is when something moves in the same rhythm as something that is pushing it. For example, when you're on a swing, if you pump at the right time, you will go high and never stop. But if you pump not at the right time, your swing won't move the right way. Thus, the buildings I am showing you right here are made out of swords. I cut the handle and made them different heights. This is the tallest building. This one is a little smaller and this one's the smallest. Let's see what happens to each building when I make it in slow motion. As you might observe, this building, the tallest building, moved further than these two. That happens when the resonance affects that building instead of others. Now, let's test it in a quick lead speed. As you saw in quick motion, this building, the middle building, moved further than the other two. As you might notice, in both tests, the small building didn't move much. That is because different earthquakes affect different buildings at different times and affect in different ways. So, that is what happens when resonance affects an earthquake. The structure of the walls is very important when you build them. Now, I will show you the test of a wall made with squares. After that test, I will show you how these braces turn the squares into triangles and reinforce the wall. Let's see if it falls or it doesn't. First, I'll test this wall without braces. Here it comes. As you saw, the building kept moving towards me until it finally fell. Now, I will rebuild the building and I will show you how the braces reinforce it. On the last test, I tested the building. It lasted 20 seconds shaking on the shake table. Let's see if this building lasts more time or less time on the shake table. As you can see, I added the cross braces. Now, every square is divided into two different triangles. Let's test it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Keep going.
Should I? As you can see, this structure will not fall. As you can see also, the braces make the building stronger. Hi. Now I made a 4-story building. It does not have braces. Maybe it resists this earthquake. Maybe it doesn't. Let's test it. I will go slow.
Whoa!
As you saw, the building immediately fell. Here it is. Whoa, you just caught me finishing building this 4-story building with braces. I only put braces on the left and the right because the shake table only moves in one direction. Earthquakes usually move in all directions. But the shake table only moves in this direction. That is why the braces are on the right and on the left. I am going to test this building on my shake table. Let's see what will happen. As you can see, the building lasted much more than the one without braces. This one with braces is much stronger. If I were to choose between those two, I would prefer this one. This is the building you saw a few minutes ago. Now I am going to test it with this weight on one of the floors. This wood block simulates people inside a building, which is what happens when an earthquake strikes in a country. I'm going to test it. First, my safety goggles. As you saw, right here, right now, the earthquake fell. People inside. That is what happens. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I will test the building on a different ground. This ground will be jello. Jello is like clay in real life. I'll go get it. This is the jello. These are the legs of the building. I will insert these legs into the jello. As you can see, the braces are on the same sides as before. You already know why. Now I will test the building. As you saw, it took the building a while to fall, but at the end, it did. The jello is not a very good ground to build your house on. This is the jello after using it. Don't worry, I won't eat it. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Base isolation time. This is the base isolation building. I will set it on this table. This ground is glass. The legs on this table are like small doorknobs. They are made so they will slide on the glass when I make the earthquake. These hooks are set on these little circles to be able to hook them on so it won't fall off the shake table. I will now add a little oil next to each leg, just so it slides better. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will shake it a little, just so it mixes well. I will close the lid and put on my glasses. Base isolation is one of the best buildings to live in when an earthquake strikes, because the ground is isolated from the building. When there's an earthquake, the building won't shake, only the ground. You might shake a little bit, but you won't feel it as much as if you're in a building with no braces or with a little bit of braces, but you will still shake a lot less than in a building like those. Now I will test this fabulous building. As you saw, the building doesn't fall. And it won't. You know why? Because this is base isolation. Live on TV. This is the same 4-story building, base isolation, that you saw a few seconds ago. Now I will insert a wood block. The same wood block I inserted in another building. Same length, same height, same weight. Again, this block simulates people inside the building. Let's test it. I could stay here for hours and hours, and this building wouldn't fall. This proves that my hypothesis was correct. I said that the base isolation building would be the building with less damages and that wouldn't fall in an earthquake. And was I right? I was right. And it has braces. But just saying, there are earthquakes that are really, really strong. And no building can hold them. They will all fall. So I wouldn't like to